You can now send your friend the question they need to hear. I added about 20 questions in the last few months. One friend has been looking forward to seeing her suggestion included for a while, so I thought this round of updates would be a good time to add references to my sources. I added one informational card for an overview and also a new page which holds all the details of a given question. Because both of these aren't part of the main deck, I wanted to make sure you can still pick up where you left off. So I added cookies to mark your place and also query parameters to jump directly into a given card. With that in place, I'm now able to generate a link for you to send to anyone you like. Some of these features are dependent on the platform, like where back takes you, what loads on refresh, and how sharing works. These little differences are because structurally conversatiles is pretty simple. I wanted to focus on important functionality, and I definitely haven't been thinking of this project as a very controlled system. For example, this is what adding questions really means. It's just one long array of strings and booleans, and the work to make sure it's formatted correctly is done elsewhere on a spreadsheet. In fact, this all just started as one HTML file, as this has been one of my first attempts to host a website online. I was using a service that I thought could only read one file, but luckily I have discovered, finally, GitHub pages. I'm excited to build more complicated things, but for now, this is what my debut looks like. Not to say I'm finished with this, but I'm happy with what I've done, which, to be clear, is having organized and managed these questions. I found some people think I sat down and wrote all of them, which is absolutely not true and not my expertise, and part of why I wanted to make sure to credit my sources. I want to do that here as well, so shout out to my friend Philip. About 5 years ago, he sent me a Google Doc with 200 plus questions, and that was the beginning. If you know Toastmasters, you might recognize 300 plus questions are from their table topics list. And of course, thank you to all my individual contributors and supporters and inspirations and everybody who asks good questions. Also, thank you to my sisters, Eden and Janet, my design team. Stay tuned. Also, thank you to my friend SJ for giving me this iPad that I now edit videos on. If you have a suggestion, feel free to let me know, preferably in the format you can find on my GitHub. Until then, check out what we've got so far at codaristal.github.io. I'm Codaristal. Thanks!